Welcome to Good Mythical MORE. We're gonna learn about some fantastically hilarious birthday traditions around the world.
But first, don't freak out, but you just stepped into a mysterious glimmering puddle.
Don't freak out, but it's pee probably.
I mean, don't freak out. There might be some urine in there, but usually a glimmering puddle just means that you're near the lake and somebody got some like oil slick in there.
Oh.
That just means you're about to have a good old time, get on a jet ski.
But the environment is not having a good time. Don't
Right.
freak out, but you're killing the environment.
But listen, don't let that dampen your time at the lake. Just wait until you get home and think about the environment. But don't freak out. You ever been on a jet ski backwards?
No.
Boy, you ought to try it.
The jet skis can't go backwards. You're talking about you're sitting backwards?
You sit backwards.
And do you fly it like this?
Yeah. You sit backwards and you just, I don't know where I'm going and I don't care. I'm in the lake.
Until you're not in the lake.
Until you're not in the lake.
Oh, gosh. I'm looking over here at the carnage. Man, sometimes I just get frustrated with myself. I think people watch and they get frustrated with me.
You had me down. You had me backed into a corner.
You can't be trying.
And then you let me out of the corner.
And that happens?
You let me out of the corner, man. You can't let me out of the corner when you got me in the corner. Can you hold my pinata?
All right, so you won the right to do this. Before we do it, I want to get to the matter at hand.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just speak into my winter bat like it's a microphone.
Okay, Stevie, let's hear one.
Oh, I thought you were going to get into an important announcement.
Nope.
Matter.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
I want to know about a tradition.
Let's get to a tradition first.
Okay.
All right, no, we can do an announcement.
Or we can do an announcement.
Well, this is also a tradition that on this day, on the Monday of every last week of a season, we tell everyone
This is the
that
last
it's the
week
last
of the
week
season.
of the season.
But it's not the last week of content. We're going to have fresh content next week, but it's going to be top 5.
But it doesn't even count as a season. It's sort of like a glimmering puddle of content that it's extra. You know what I'm saying? Like there's the lake and then there's the puddle next to the lake. And this is that puddle. It's glimmering, it's shiny, but this is good for the environment.
Season finale this Friday. Then the following Monday through Friday is top 5 episodes of the year.
Different categories
Best,
every week, every day.
Weirdest moments of the year, all that.
So
type
25 tops, right? Because 5 times 5 is 25. I listened to Ms. Hood's class.
In this country, you want one before you? In this country, people are sometimes ambushed by loved ones by having their noses greased with butter in order to ward off bad luck.
Oh,
Greased with butter.
I love a greasy butter nose.
Is it
So surprise
Canada.
butter nose.
India or Guatemala?
I feel like
What's the first one?
Canada.
Canada, India, or Guatemala? Something about Guatemala sounds right to me. My dad once went there on a business trip.
Did he come back with a buttered nose?
He did have a shiny nose, and I just thought it was because he didn't, like it was a long flight. But I think it was a buttered nose. The more I think
I
about
feel like
it.
if it was Canada, I would have heard about it. I'm going to choose the other one.
India. I'm saying Guatemala.
It's weird. It's Canada, I guess. It says it's believed that this tradition originated from Scottish culture, which makes sense because many Scots immigrated to Canada in the 1700s.
Yep.
But we don't know why they put butter on the nose. What's the rationale?
To ward off bad luck.
Have you ever tried to grab
But
somebody
why?
by the nose that had a buttery
Because
nose?
nobody likes bad luck.
Well, I think it's specifically that the evil goes through your nose.
Unless it's slick.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep.
Maybe it's like, you could put Vaseline inside your nostrils when you're flying on the plane so that stuff doesn't get in there.
That is a myth, Stevie.
Okay.
You clog up your nose with Vaseline?
Not in Canada. It works in Canada, and it also wards off bad luck.
Just wear a mask. You don't need to butter your nose. Just wear a mask.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just like pre-pandemic situation, not like currently. Wear a mask, people.
Wear a
I'm not
mask.
talking currently.
Yeah. Wear a mask. You can butter your nose as well, but that is irrelevant. It actually will probably make the mask hard to stay on. Am I going to hit that? Or are we going to do one more?
Just do one more.
In this country, children are held upside down
Period. That's it.
only to have their heads bumped on the floor one time for each year of their life,
like
plus
this.
one more for good luck.
So this is like a reverse
this.
spanking.
Yeah.
Is it Senegal?
This is a pile driver.
It's like an
Ireland?
extended pile driver.
Or Australia?
Senegal, what was the second one?
Ireland?
Australia.
Or Australia?
See, it seems like Australia because of down under.
Yeah, because everything's upside
They
down.
do everything backwards. We hit them on the butt here, and they hit them on the head there. They dunk them onto the. I mean, when you're our age, who's gonna pick us up by the ankles? And
Oh, I know a guy.
you gotta hire a guy.
Well, here's the thing: is that once I realized as I got to be big, and I started to get really big at like 16, 17. You know, when I was 17 years old, I was already 6'6" or
I
so.
wouldn't call you big.
Well, a lot of people would.
You were tall.
Yeah, but I mean
You
big.
were scrawny, man. You were
But
as thin as that stick.
But still, relatively, I was still weighed 185, 90, 190 pounds, which is more than the average
You were
man.
tall. I would not have called you big.
Okay, well, semantics. Here's the thing.
I
Sometimes,
don't think it's semantics.
sometimes tall men. Is it called big or tall?
big and tall.
It's called big and tall. That's right.
You talking about the shop?
The
right?
shop. They don't say big or tall. Come one, come all. Big or tall. They say big and tall. It's all the same. Come in, y'all.
No, that's not.
Let me
what
get
they
to
mean.
my point.
That is not what they mean by that.
I know. I'm joking. Let me get to my point.
So you agree with me?
No, I don't. When somebody is big like me, they don't get to just crawl up into somebody else's like embrace. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife, she's so much smaller than me. It must feel amazing to just have this big person come around and hold you and feel like you're protected from the world. I don't have that, but I did meet a man. I did meet a man on Craigslist who fits the bill. And he just holds me when I want to feel like a baby. He's, I think he's like 7'6", and he's got, I mean, it's Sean Bradley, former NBA basketball player, Sean Bradley of the, you remember him?
New Jersey Nets.
Yeah, Sean Bradley holds me. He's the only man who can make me feel like a baby. I didn't want that to take so long, but he just had to get on this.
Do you guys
high
remember
horse
the
about the tall
question?
thing. Senegal is the correct answer.
I'm saying Ireland.
It's Ireland.
Yeah, they'll drop you on your noggin.
Supposedly,
Donkey, on your noggin.
holding them upside down and bumping their head on the floor will help them grow an inch.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Okay, now so I'm gonna hold this for you, but first let's hear another one.
After this one, I'm hitting that thing, and you're holding it. I'm a big man. You better watch out.
Okay.
Big and tall.
In this
It's all one
country,
section. in
I
most
know
stores.
I know a bigger man.
Big and tall.
the birthday person gets doused with flour, also known as antiquing. Is it Jamaica, Finland, or the Philippines?
Doused with flour.
Antiquing.
Doused with flour.
They antique you down here.
And this is in Jamaica.
That's my
or
Jamaican
what?
accent.
Finland or the Philippines?
Flour. Where are they like flour?
I think this
everywhere. Everybody likes flour.
I think this is Jamaica. Went there on my honeymoon. Didn't see anybody covered in flour. You'd think with all the birthdays, you'd see somebody covered in flour if you went to Jamaica. I'm going to take that back. I'm going to say Antigua.
I don't believe that was a guess.
Oh, it wasn't?
You know, his answer
Well, I'm
is
going to stick to my guns. Antigua.
and then, what were the other two?
Finland, the Philippines, or Jamaica?
So it's got to be
Jamaica.
some place where
I'm
it's
staying with Jamaica.
It's okay to get flour on you when you get it washed off. So it's like you don't want to be too cold. So the third option, Philippines.
It's Jamaica.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to hold this for you, but let's hear another one.
Nope, this is the one. This is the one. You're gonna hold it from your neck? That's not a good idea.
Yeah, man, right there. It's hanging at the perfect spot.
You sure about this?
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, I'm joking.
I mean, I'm not gonna hit you. I'll hit the
It
thing.
matches your sweater so nicely.
Yeah,
Look at the
nice.
color
Yeah,
palette.
that's why he threw the game, so he could do this.
Look at the waves of the gold, whatever that is, and the waves of your sweater.
Now, Now I'm gonna hit it, and it's gonna do this. Does that feel okay?
Just don't have any follow through.
Okay.
Oh! That scared me.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm having to kind of hit it and come back so I don't hit your knee.
Oh!
Okay. All right. I'm very accurate, so don't worry.
Ah! Ah!
Don't worry.
Ah!
Don't worry.
Ah!
Don't worry.
Ah!
Don't worry.
Ah! Well, wait, why are you letting it swing? Oh! 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 Yeah?
Oh!
Oh, you got your candy?
Oh!
Look at
what
that.
was inside there.
There's nothing else in here. There's only one thing in here. And it appears to be
Now, if you could just imagine
a novel.
when it looks like when I'm looking up at Sean Bradley.
Runaway Heart.
I mean, I don't get to look up to a lot of people. It's got to be a real big man. And he wears a little cowboy hat and a little bandana like that when we get together.
May I see if this rings true for you? London, England,
We've met there, yes.
1859.
That's a long time ago.
When Catherine Wilmotshire ran away from her London home in the middle of the night with a plan to establish her own life in America, she had not taken into consideration what? That the world was a dangerous
Round.
That the world was a dangerous place for a beautiful young woman. Oh, what is this sexist drivel? Dangerous place for
1859.
beautiful young woman, and that plans could go awry. But she learned the next morning when she awoke in a
Clover patch.
brothel, snugly wrapped in the arms of a handsome stranger.
Yeah.
She was going home to her. Was she going home to her bleak future, or was she going to continue to follow her plan of independence, even if it led her straight into the arms of
Bad man.
danger?
Danger.
Phyllis Kerr grew up in Houston,
Hold
Texas.
on. You really need to be reading the inside of these kinds of books. I mean, the backside is too
All right,
tame.
I'll pick a random page.
Don't start at the beginning of a chapter. Start at 3/4 of the way through a chapter.
Oh, I know where to find the good stuff.
They ease into these things.
Ray checked to be sure it was loaded, then slid it back into the holster.
Uh-oh.
Heavy lids hung lazily over usually brown eyes that now burned an ominous black.
What do they mean by holster?
I feel like by this point,
I feel like this is a good YouTube genre, is watching somebody read to themselves.
It probably is like a popular
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
I think you got to go to a page like 123. Usually on page 123, there's
I
lots
just
of
was there.
nasty things happening. You just went on 123?
I was around there, yeah. I'm not finding any good stuff. The hot tea felt like a panacea to her hangover.
Hot tea.
Encouraged, she knotted the napkin to secure her breakfast and walked to the stable to saddle Fancy.
Saddle Fancy?
Saddle Fancy.
Is that just a horse?
You want to go to 123?
123.
You think that's where the treasure is?
Third paragraph, third sentence. Read 123, third paragraph, third sentence.
Looks good, he continued in a casual tone, as if they were casual acquaintances. Care to join me under that tree?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I
Under the tree, you know what that means.
It's
not talking about a tree.
No. I think she was just talking about a tree.
Just a tree.
It was on a ranch.
Boring. Okay, you got another tradition?
Which country makes birthday cakes in the likeness of a little boy or girl, then decapitates the cake and gives the head to the birthday child?
Oh.
Denmark, Thailand, or Greece?
Decapitated head to the child?
Denmark.
I'm going with Greece.
Denmark.
Yeah.
Huh.
Dark sense of humor. I like that. I like that.
A Texas romance.
Once the birthday song is finished being sung, the cake is cut, and the party guests playfully scream as the head is cut off.
Ew.
Oh, you're still in that.
Yeah, that was not
Denmark.
a new. Yeah. When single men in this country turn 30, they must sweep the steps of their city hall to show that they can do chores and are thus eligible for marriage. Is it Chile, South Africa, or Germany?
Chile.
South Africa.
Germany.
Oh. Okay.
If you're a single woman turning 30, you're expected to clean doorknobs with a toothbrush. I don't understand. Shows
I've
your
done that.
passerby potential soulmate what splendid housekeeping skills you have. And you can get out of these chores by receiving a kiss from the opposite sex or find creative workarounds like having the woman. I'm just reading this for the first time and I'm getting really scared as to what the second half of the sentence is. Having the woman brush a bunch of doorknobs attached to a wooden board versus having to go outside and do it.
Oh, so they just made it simple. They just made a knob plank. You got a knob
I
plank?
don't want that. I want you to have that.
I just feel like it was
Antigua.
so disappointing. Outside, the smell of cooking meat drew Kathy to the pit where huge spits rotated with a cow, a pig, a goat, and at least 10 chickens.
I don't think this has got what we were hoping for.
I mean, this is a dumb book.
You won it, man. You pummeled my groin and you won it.
Like a predatory beast, he sensed her surrender. His body relaxed, and he unclasped her mouth, letting his hand slide down the side of her face to come to rest on her soft chest. She was as beautiful as he remembered. With passion surprising them both, Ray covered her mouth with his and kissed her deeply, desperately, as if she had been lost and he would never see her again. "Get your hands off me!" That's what she said. Okay. Right.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Phyllis knows how to keep it where it needs to be. You do the same. Today is the last day to order stuff from mythical.com using domestic expedited shipping and still receive them in time for the holiday, so get on it.